Do you know what it takes to grow a LinkedIn following that also grows your business? After getting to 50,000 LinkedIn followers, generating millions of impressions, and helping top CEOs do the same, I realized I made it so much harder than it needs to be. So in this video, I'm revealing 23 brutal truths about growing your business with LinkedIn that will save you years of struggle. I've personally closed multiple 5-figure deals with people who never liked or commented or engaged with any of my posts. That's because your most valuable prospects are usually quiet. They are C-levels, decision makers, busy professionals that don't consume content the way you want them to. They read, they screenshot, they save, but they don't necessarily engage with your content. So while you are worried about low engagement, they are probably quietly evaluating if your expertise will help them get results faster. So keep sharing valuable insights even when the engagement seems low. Lesson 1, you never know who is watching. I used to start my LinkedIn posts with generic hooks like want to boost your LinkedIn presence. The engagement was mediocre at best. Then I started leading with very specific results. Things like I've created 1,000 posts, I've generated 3 million for my clients, and these are the things I've learned. The difference was immediate. And that's because most people have no idea who you are. So you need to show real experience, specific results, and unique perspectives that will help them increase the trust they have in you. Lesson 2, front load your content with credibility. You won't always know which specific post made a client reach out to you, or which sequence of posts led to that big contract. So instead of chasing perfect data, focus on consistency. Watch out for general patterns and keep learning with every experiment you drop. Did video content perform better last month? Do posts about specific problems generate more engagement than others? Look for trends, not precise numbers, because you will likely not find them with LinkedIn. Lesson 3, stop obsessing over attribution. Copying the same strategy that everyone is using will not give you the results you are after. Different price points, sales cycles, different sort of buyers. All of these things require different strategies. I mean, it's completely different to sell a $50 PDF or a $100,000 contract. I've helped clients sell both things, and trust me, the strategies have nothing to do with each other. Lesson 4, don't blindly follow other people's strategies. A powerful idea overcomes average execution. But perfect execution does not save a weak idea. So I literally now spend about 80% of my time developing the idea before I sit down to create the content. Sharing unique content angles, counterintuitive strategies, or step-by-step processes are great ways to share interesting ideas in a way that builds your audience. Think of it like a movie. Special effects can enhance a great movie, but they can't save a bad one. Lesson 5, spend more time on the idea. After posting my LinkedIn content, I spend about 30 minutes thoughtfully dropping comments on other people's content. This is essential if you want to get more traction. Because now those same people that I actually care about commenting on their stuff are also commenting on my stuff, and we're building relationships that go beyond LinkedIn. So don't simply expect everyone to engage with your content when you're not spending any time engaging with their content. Lesson 6, it's called social media for a reason. People buy when they trust. And your direct messages on LinkedIn are the perfect place to build this trust. And I can tell you that 80% of the deals I close start with a LinkedIn conversation, like an exchange of thoughts, perspectives, and questions. So just posting content is not enough. Or at least if you're just posting content and you're not following up in the DMs, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So my strategy is simple. I spend about 30 minutes going through people that have engaged with my content, people that have followed me, and I start a conversation with them. This is about building relationships and closing deals. Lesson 7, follow up in the DMs. My posting schedule on LinkedIn used to look like a heart monitor. Bursts of activity followed by flat lines. But everything changed when I built a content system. Mondays for collecting ideas, Tuesdays for writing first drafts, Wednesdays for editing. A system kind of eliminates this need for motivation and to figure out what should I do next. It breaks down the overwhelming task of post content into manageable tasks that you actually get to enjoy while doing them. Honestly, just like a gym routine, consistency beats intensity. I might not feel inspired every Monday, that's for sure, but I know I have a schedule and I have a system that makes sure those days do not actually derail me from making progress. And since I've implemented proper systems, I can tell you that the quality of content increased and I do not feel stressed, at least most of the times, when it's time to post. Lesson 8, build systems. If you're struggling with content creation, try to switch to reporting. Meaning you don't need to be constantly creating things from thin air. You can actually dedicate time to documenting and reporting on the things that are already happening in your life. Document your learnings, document the conversations you have with clients, document internal processes that you are building. Document your learnings from a webinar, share opinions you agree with, things you don't agree with. Just make sure you're reporting on everything you're doing and you are good to go. Lesson 9, be a reporter, not a creator. Let's talk about something important. Every shortcut you decide to take is a withdrawal from your trust bank. And every valuable post you add is a deposit in your bank. So these sort of short-term hacks might boost your vanity metrics like followers and impressions, but they destroy your long-term credibility. Don't outsmart the system because you might be banned, and don't try to fool people because you might just lose your customers. Lesson 10, don't compromise integrity. I went back to all of my posts and I noticed that the 50 most high-performing posts are not necessarily better in terms of content. They just have better opening lines, so they get people's attention much faster. Because your first line of your LinkedIn content has one job: make people get to the second line. That's it. No need for clever wording or playing smart. You just want to make sure you get people's attention and then you deliver on the expectations you have set. Because this first line has the power to get their curiosity and get them obsessed with what you have to share. So I literally spent a disproportional amount trying to nail my hooks. And I can tell you that extra time is worth it. Lesson 11, spend extra time on your hooks. I have posted a lot of LinkedIn content that completely flopped. And let me tell you, my worst performing posts taught me more than the best performing ones. They show me exactly the topics my audience doesn't care about. It shows me the language they do not resonate with. And it shows me what assumptions I might have made about them that aren't true. And that's because no amount of planning beats real-world feedback. You have to post first and analyze second. Start before you're ready, learn from their responses or lack of them, and adjust accordingly. Because each post is a micro experiment. And so the failures are just data points guiding you towards better decisions. Lesson 12, don't aim for perfection. If you found a post that did extremely well for you, make sure you are repeating the concept again and again and again. I've posted a variation of this post more than 5 times by now, and it always outperforms my averages. So when you find a topic or a format that resonates with your audience, don't be afraid of bringing it back. Think of it as a musician's greatest hits. People want to hear those greatest hits every single time they play a show. They will never get tired of it. Lesson 13, bring back your high-performing ideas. The best ideas I've ever had did not come from staring at a blank screen. They came during my workouts, long flights, and random walks. So now I just carry a filled notebook everywhere to jot down observations, conversations, and ideas. The key is creating a simple system and getting into the habit of actually capturing these things as soon as they come to your mind, because if you don't capture them, there's a very high chance that you will completely forget them. Lesson 14, capture every day. Your best ideas are often hiding in your daily mundane experiences. One of the best things I did was rewriting my LinkedIn profile, assuming no one knew a thing about me. So I've added specific results. I've changed the hook multiple times and added social proof so people know they can trust me. This is when more people started reaching out, connecting with me, and actually getting on a call. The truth is, you have very, very little time to communicate your value proposition and to show people you have something that they might need. So ask yourself, would a complete stranger that need your services fall in love with your profile? Lesson 15, your LinkedIn profile is a landing page. I took weeks off from posting on LinkedIn multiple times, even with a big following. A risky move, right? But here's what happened. Nothing. My network did not disappear. And the content I had created in the past continue bringing in leads. And the reason that I do this is because I don't see LinkedIn as a short-term tactic. I see this as a long-term approach in building my brand. So this means that if I look back 30 years from now, I don't care that I took a week off now and then to rest and to get more energized and to come up with better ideas. Lesson 16, think in decades, not weeks. Let me share with you the biggest hack for when you don't have content ideas. Interview 5 followers, 5 customers, or 5 leads about their biggest challenges. Make sure you are recording those calls and then turn those exact challenges into posts. Use their exact language and then share your frameworks for overcoming those challenges. The truth is that the best content ever comes from a place of deep understanding of your target audience. What keeps them up at night? What solutions have they tried? What misconceptions do they have about your industry? Let their reality guide your content. Because 1 hour of customer interviews will teach you more than 10 hours of creating content in a vacuum. Lesson 17, be obsessed with your audience. I spent some time with a small group of entrepreneurs that are also building their businesses, they are scaling their brands, and they are facing challenges every single day. We share wins, we share pain points, we share feedback with each other, and essentially we keep each other accountable. So generally, I've found that having a group of peers that can support you in the journey is very, very helpful. So don't try to build everything alone. Find your tribe, share insights with them, celebrate wins together. And most importantly, support each other through the dips. Lesson 18, build your tribe. I'm sorry, but LinkedIn followers do not pay the bills. So don't get blind with growing on LinkedIn with actually growing your business. Instead of just paying attention to followers, focus on high quality conversations, focus on the people you are attracting and the leads you are generating. Let others chase vanity metrics while you chase real results. Lesson 19, followers don't equal dollars. Just a few months ago, I was posting consistently on LinkedIn, and I just felt the content quality dropping. My ideas felt forced. I did not feel inspired to write. I kind of hated the process. I was in a rut, even considering to give up. Then I just took 1 week off. That's it. And when I come back, every single problem and question that I had in my mind kind of disappeared. I came back with fresh ideas, fresh perspectives, and much more inspired to share the things I've learned. And can you guess it? The content started performing much, much better. Sometimes the best LinkedIn strategy is to rest and reset and come back. Lesson 20, take time off. Now, before getting my explosive moment of LinkedIn growth, I was on every single social platform you can remember. I was on Twitter or X. I was on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. I did not have the focus to deeply understand what worked for each different platform. So I quit all platforms and decided to go all in on LinkedIn. In less than 6 months, I hit 20,000 followers. Lesson 21, don't spread yourself too thin. Every time you switch tasks, your brain wastes energy. So every time you jump from content ideation to content creation to content writing to content editing, your brain is wasting energy. So I stopped seeing content as this huge block of time where I had to do everything. Instead, I just divided it into different parts. I do content ideation, then I do content writing, then I do content editing, and then I potentially do content scheduling. This batching mindset saves me hours and hours of struggle and honestly irritability, because it's really annoying when you feel your energy draining because you are doing so many things at the same time. Lesson 22, batch content creation. Your followers need to finish reading your posts and thinking, I need more of this. And not, oh, another random thought from this person. So here's some tough love that I had to face years ago, and that was the only reason why I got to grow on the platform, which is stop posting about every single thing you care about. People need a very clear reason to follow you. And so if you keep diluting your message with many different topics, you're going to dilute your authority, your credibility, and you are decreasing your chances that they will follow and actually care about the things you're posting. Now, if you want to see how founders are using LinkedIn to generate millions of dollars in revenue, you definitely want to check out this video. Oh, and the lesson is, give them a clear reason to follow you. And believe me when I say, these founders know how to do just that.